Morning, Bill Hecke here with your Friday morning look at our Central Texas weather. It is Friday, 17th day of October 2025. Sunrise 7:34, sunset 6:54. Climatology out of Waco, the normal for this time of year on this date 80 degrees. The normal low 56. The record 93 degrees set in 2006. 2012, and 2016. The low 36 set in 2023. We got it all in the 20s. And let's see, yesterday we topped out at 85. We had pretty good cloud cover in a lot of places yesterday, and that's why the temperature was a little bit lower. We had that good little fetch of moisture, but it's moved to the north and east of us now. So yesterday we topped 85, 4 above normal, and the low 57 was 1 above normal. Yesterday's record, 94 degrees, was set in 1909 and tied 1989, and the low 38 set in 1952. So while today's records were 93 on the high side and all set in the 20s, I always urge you to think back what the world was like in 1909 and even in 1989. Think of the trees we had, the automobiles we didn't have, the roadways we didn't have, the housing developments we didn't have, and so much different 1909 to now. And so that's why I try to give you the climatology and the actual numbers so you can think reality when it comes to how hot it is and has been and what the world was like and what it's like now. That's what I think is important, is keeping a level head, knowing knowing what we actually live in. Weather-wise today, what we're going to live in is temperatures that are going to be above normal again. We'll be warm, 88 to about 94. Plenty of sunshine, a few clouds, of southerly winds, 5 to 10. I think they may get up a little bit this afternoon, 5 to 15, with an occasional gust of 20. We are under a high-pressure ridge, and it's a warm high. And basically you can, and this is well off surface now, you can go from the Gulf and spread it right on up into about the Great Lakes region. And then to the west of us is a trough of low pressure. So we've got a flow pattern that comes in off surface now from the southwest. And then we've got the southerly flow from the Gulf. So we're going to have some areas of convergence ahead of this front. And right now it looks to me like if we can generate any precipitation at all, it's going to be parts of northeast Texas, and I'm thinking the I-45 corridor to the east of us. I don't see much incentive for us to get precipitation over the next few days, but we do have a front that'll be coming through sometime Saturday evening, Saturday night. So we'll get a pretty good look at our moisture profile as we move through tomorrow. But today is going to be sunny and again hot, well above normal. Upper 80s, low 90s with a few middle 90s, and that wind I think may pick up a little bit by afternoon, 10 to 15 with an occasional gust of 20. And then tonight, clear to partly cloudy, but I think toward morning we'll increase low clouds, we'll trap heat, upper 60s, some low 70s, southerly winds 5 to 15. And then Saturday morning, I think we're going to average mostly cloudy. I don't know where the flow pattern is going to be strong enough to advect in a good deal of warm, moist air, but we'll look for a mostly cloudy morning. Then the afternoon, partly to mostly cloudy. And again, we'll have to see where our convergence zone is, and that's where we would have the better chance of a few showers. And then we'll top out low to middle 90s. It's going to be warm and humid. The winds initially will be south and southeast, but when they become southwest, ahead of that approaching front, that's when we advect in that warm, dry air heating rapidly. And then we'll get the front probably sometime in the evening to nighttime hours. That would be a chance for a few showers. Again, in the convergent zone, as the front moves on us, the winds will shift overnight to the north, and the temperature would drop down upper 50s and low 60s. And then Sunday, we should have a clear to partly cloudy sky, and we will trend toward the lower 80s. But again, with our average temperature being 80, that's still going to be at and above normal. And the northeasterly winds are going to feel great. They'll be about 10 to 15 with some gusts to 20. Then we're down into 50s on Sunday night, but we bounce right back to the 90s. And the reason we do that, we've got another couple of surges of cool air coming in, and that's going to force some air in from the southwest. So we are going to be dealing with it looks like a little more frequency in moving the frontal boundaries south. Now, I call it frontal boundaries. There'll be new masses of slightly cooler air, but we're starting to undergo more cooling to our northwest and north. Not super significant, and so we'll get us another front in about Tuesday, and then it looks like kind of a backdoor push on Wednesday, and then again next Friday evening. A week from now, we might get a little better chance of showers simply because we'll have an approaching front, and it looks like we'll be able to pick up an easterly wave coming off the Gulf. If we can do that, maybe we can start talking a little wet stuff. But for today, not going to be like that. And of course, our morning start, most of us are in the 60s. I've had very few numbers that have dropped into 50s. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we've had about 3 locations in the low 70s, mid to upper 60s most common. And they're generally in the 60s out to the west of us, Steveville, Comanche, Brownwood, Brady. And across the Waco area, Temple, Killeen area, up toward Gatesville and Hamilton, Hillsboro, Corsicana, were all in the 60s, low to middle 60s, and the only one I had below was TSTC in Waco reporting 59 degrees. All the winds are southerly. Mahia, the last report I had was their visibility was 1 mile in fog. And then we head toward Llano, Burnett, 61, 67, clear to partly cloudy, winds were calm. And then Georgetown in, clear skies, 63, winds calm. Taylor was 61, partly cloudy. Bergstrom, 61, 68, Camp Mabry, 64, Pflugerville. And mid to upper 60s down through the San Antonio area to include Seguin. But San Antonio Airport was 72, Kellyfield was 73. LaGrange and Giddings, 61 and 60, and then the Brazos Valley, College Station, 67, clear skies, calm winds. Bryan, clear, 62, calm. And Brenham, partly cloudy, 63. Huntsville and Conroe on I-45, partly cloudy, 69. Huntsville, Conroe, mostly cloudy, 68. The Houston area is mostly cloudy to cloudy, got a little fog reported Pearland. And let me look, they are reporting a little rain. Aha, I do have radar returns. Now I've got a little bit of radar returns just to the northeast of Houston. And there's some real light spotty showers. So more cloud cover that direction if you're driving out of our area and going down to Houston. I say that because sometimes my medical appointments down in Houston are in the mid-morning, so I'll drive down and always I try to keep up with what's going on as we drive through our early morning hours. From the Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Bill Hecke.